Hey guys, and welcome back. I know I have been gone for 3 weeks or more, but a lot of stuff has happened and it has caused me not to be able to record anything and stuff like that, so I apologize for that. Anyways guys, this video will be a little bit shorter than the last one, so I'm sorry. Anyways, let's just get on with it. This one, I think this was the last one we encountered. Okay, so this is the last part we left off. That's where I can get to Al Capone's thingy. We already looked at some of the stuff, so. Okay. Anyways, guys, I know I have been gone, and we haven't, played any games together in a while. In my time I have been gone, I've been playing Xbox by myself. In the little times I've had free, they weren't, enough time to record anything, because usually...
You should be rotting in jail.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 19 and a half years. You'll be surprised what a little good behavior can do for a person. You're not gonna ask me for my last words this time? I'm a lot closer to death than when I last saw you. As are you.
Why did you ask me here?
Why did you come?
I wanted to see if you'd improved with age. I'm glad to see the answer's no.
When you said rot in jail, you really meant it, huh? Look, I didn't ask you here to find out who's got the snappiest comebacks. I want to hire you.
What?
I require your services as a detective.
Right.
You're so old I don't know if you're senile or if you're joking.
Look, Ness. My granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped. When what happened to my son, Vittorio, I put her in a boarding school. She was entered under a false surname, Colombo. Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody?
Only Milton, the man who brought you here. I trust him completely. 2 days ago, a guy turned up at the boarding school. He introduced himself as Guido Colombo, the girl's uncle, and her new legal guardian. He said her parents had just died in a tragic automobile accident. He produced all the relevant papers, driver's license, the custody document supposedly made out by the father, the death certificates. He explained away the fact that the girl didn't know him by saying he moved to Seattle before she was born.
Any clues?
Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them. As for the guy, the school principal said he was tall and slim, in his 50s. No particular accent. Black hair, no beard, no glasses. Well dressed. Could be anyone. But I know he was hired by one of my old associates. Someone wants to finish me once and for all. Maybe they want control of what's left of my organization. Maybe they hate my guts.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I got this. And I got you.
You don't have me. My place is at my diner. And your girl's not there.
Huh. So where should I be looking?
You were the biggest boss in the Mafia, and by the looks of this place, you didn't lose everything. Why don't you ask one of your subordinates for help?
You don't listen, do you? The kidnapper was hired by one of my men. One of the people I trust.
So why me?
20 years ago, I pushed you to the edge. I bought your friends and killed the ones who couldn't be bought. I got you so obsessed with me that your wife ended up leaving you. When you had nothing left, you walked into my house, shot my bodyguards, and pointed a gun at me. You could have killed me. But you chose to restrain yourself. You even gave my son a lecture on ethics. You're the only honest man I know.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
I knew I got the right guy.
But I want something in return.
As you can see, I'm not short of money. Ask. I won't haggle.
You give your entire fortune to the Santa Esperanza Hospice.
That won't be difficult. I've been donating to them for decades. And I don't need the money anymore. I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia. And you can start by investigating
Carlo Boccherini.
How did you know?
Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza. Wouldn't surprise me if Sophia's so-called uncle's papers were made by him. Besides, he's been cursing your name ever since we put you in jail.
Hey, I treated him like a son.
After you killed his parents.
They were selling booze without my permission. Wait, you know where to find them?
I have a good contact at the station. A girl. Rookie. Straight arrow. Reliable.
A girl? You saying you trust her?
You are such a chauvinist. Do you trust me?
Deal? That's a spirit. Keep Milton informed at all times, huh? You hear me?
I know you from somewhere.
Okay. And off we go to find Sophia.
You should be running.
But yeah, what I was saying earlier is,
I'm not a
well, more in depth of what was going on is that, I don't know, stuff was just going on at home, and so I had to take a small break again, even though I just came back to
This
YouTube.
town has become a jungle. Where not even the rats are safe.
And yeah,
Those who swore to protect us fight to steal the last scraps of dignity we have left. And those who should judge them prefer to squabble over their prey.
that's really dry.
It's like this. The Santa Esperanza I was born in was a clean town. A place where it meant something to be a cop.
Okay,
Until he
what
arrived.
the hell am I doing? Okay, getting better at shooting in this game, thankfully. Okay,
He took everything I had, but in the end I sent him to hell.
that's really bright. That's really, really bright.
Rebuilt my life. Got my feet back on the ground. But now he's back. And he's dragged me in.
Okay. This part won't be that long, guys, so I apologize for that.
I'm gonna need help.
Truce. Do not do it risque. Don't do it, dude. Yes, there you go. Good choice. Very good choice. Okay.
Ness.
Elliot, I found Carlo Boccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Thanks. Nice work.
Elliot, what do you want with him? He's got a hell of a file.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What, are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks.
Alright.
Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day.
No drinking. You already went through a drunk phase, so no drinking, Ellis. I got an achievement. That's great.
31 Wicker Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay,
At
guys.
last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef, and not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island. Can't think of a better way to do time. And
Right.
how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse.
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse?
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
Okay.
My pleasure.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
Okay.
Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd.
Gotta look at everything to
Interesting taste.
get
Been
the
centuries since a
percentage
gardener
of
visited
the
this house. Maybe
episode
Boccarini's
up, I
business
guess.
isn't going too well.
Okay, guys, let's go inside. Okay.
Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay.
Is that our man?
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this, and why. Let's go.
You're the
Okay.
detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alphonse will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Okay.
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
The guy took out his mouth.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets.
Yes.
Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself. Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time. This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
No idea.
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass.
Ooh.
It's Baccarini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together. Baccarini's teeth were all pulled out.
Okay.
The murderer tore Baccarini's hands off.
Relation.
Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Baccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them?
So let's go look around. More for those eyes, I guess.
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several.
Let's go in here.
The blood comes from the other side
He's
of the
dragged,
corridor
I
and ends
guess.
next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
Oh,
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Baccarini encounter his murderer? Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy.
yep.
Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard. A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter. Blood ran like water.
Oh, there it is.
Fingernails scratched the wood.
Okay. What's this? Oh, it's the watch.
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? Blood. Blood everywhere. What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Somebody who's impulsive and really needs to be neat.
This was opened recently.
Oh,
Smells of whiskey.
okay.
There's something under there. How'd it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
Yep.
pistol, fully loaded.
Okay.
A broken whiskey glass. Pieces of glass from the window in the hall. An open bottle of whiskey. I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window.
Yep.
Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot.
Yeah.
Where did the torture begin? Two pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. The trail of blood from the dining room to the blood-stained wristwatch. With a glass, the bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground.
Oh,
How did the body reach its current position? The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. A broken whiskey glass. The lamp, torn off its brackets, and Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
So far, we don't know what happened to his eyes.
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar. Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccherini's too worried about that.
True.
Four glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine.
Yeah, it's company over.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
1952, that means...
Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccherini had company for dinner.
True. One of the knives is missing, I guess.
One knife's missing. The biggest one.
Always go for the biggest one, I guess, huh?
Shut from the inside.
Look around the house a little more. Any other rooms I need to check because... Oh, let's do this first.
Blood
Ew.
and some kind of sticky liquid.
He used that to scoop out the eyes.
A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes.
Yep.
The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest 2 possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it? Oh shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
There's his hands. Ugh. Okay, guess I have to go over here. See what the hell's in his hands.
body?
Most likely.
Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Oh.
What is that?
A weird symbol.
Looks like a ritual. What was Boccherini mixed up in?
Ah.
This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccherini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccherini, there was someone else in the house?
Yeah.
The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini. Dirty plates, glasses, and silver. A door in the kitchen. A broken whiskey glass. A sick altar of human... A sick altar of human flesh. Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
True. Who has the power to do this? Let's go back to this room.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
Maybe.
Let's take a look in the glove compartment.
Okay.
Bingo. A man's cigarette case. OB. One of the Boccherini clan?
Huh.
Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way.
Ah.
A car with Vermont plates. 1, it has Vermont plates. 2, it's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3, the initials on the cigarette case don't match his name.
True.
The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house. Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up? A door in the kitchen. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A door in the corridor jammed. A door in the kitchen. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass. It seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise.
Looks like it, doesn't it,
The real
guys?
question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape?
I think he's in the locked doors.
Or
Don't
are
you
they
guys
still in
think
the
so?
house? A door in the kitchen, locked from the... A door in the corridor jammed shut. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room.
Yeah.
I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
I almost gave him a heart attack. Funny.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
I didn't notice there was a doorbell.
Says the man Milton had left in charge of an important investigation. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
Ooh.
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right, follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body.
Wow.
He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon.
Ugh.
Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
He's still in the house.
Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
Alright guys, I actually think I might end it here since I think it's saved. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this part of Blues and Bullets, and I want to apologize again for not, uploading videos like I'm supposed to, like I said I would in the beginning, but, life is life, and it happens to everybody, so. And I do have school coming up again in the next week or so of classes that I have to start online, so, yeah. Anyways, enough of all that boring stuff. I hope you guys liked Blues and Bullets so far, like I said a second ago, and I really want to know what you guys think of the story so far. I personally like Blues and Bullets. It's a very unique LA Noire feeling type of a game that's filled with detective murdering. You gotta figure stuff out, which I had to do. But anyways guys, I do sadly have to end it here. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up or a comment. Subscribe to my channel for more Let's Plays. I am littlemrsmisery, and it was a pleasure playing Blues and Bullets with you guys, and I hope to see you guys next time.